Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hello! Shadowcat back with more Star Trek Cosmoteer. And last time we were here, we got up to 50% of this place mapped out. So of course the first one was our trip around the asteroid belt, and that helped us uncover a lot, and then we went through and just picked off most of the all of the inner solar system, as well as a few extras on the outside, and that got us up to 50%. However, now it's on to us to start filling in the rest of it, specifically the outer solar system, and this is where things always get harder, because we have a lot to do. However, last time we were doing this, we had problems. Mostly because we have 3 ships now, and they're doing very well. However, the pilots cannot seem to fly them worth a damn. I'm not taking any responsibility for this one. No, they just can't do it. So, there was a few suggestions. Now, the biggest suggestion was to go ahead and put impulse engines in the warp nacelles. And that's a good idea. But I don't think I'm going to do that, just because it seems weird to have impulse engines in the warp nacelles. Now, that being said, I am absolutely not opposed to having thrusters in the nacelles. And in fact, it seems like a pretty obvious idea, now that I really think about it. Kind of like one of those things that probably should have been done a long time ago. And so, why don't we go ahead and take a look at that real quick before we get out there. Because we should be able to do this really easily, actually. So we've got these big thrusters out here. There's no reason why we should not be able to do the same thing back here. Let's go into blueprint mode. And let's take a look at what we've got to work with. So, if we're going to be putting thrusters back here, they're going to need to have some defense. So we're probably going to need to have some kind of extra shielding back here. The question then becomes, how far back can we go with this? We could actually go this far back. We could put one there. We could put one there. And if we got a small shield, we could put the small shield right here. And that would go ahead and take care of thrust back here. Now I'll go through and we'll clear out some of those, because we don't necessarily need those now. Then, of course, we're going to need to have doors, just like that. That one we don't need. Keeping everything back here operational, though, we're going to need to have some kind of power. So if we go ahead and put a small reactor right there to power them, we should be good. We'll go ahead and clear that out. And so this walkway should just come like straight down and straight into here, and from here we can either power that one, we can power the security shield, the defense shield, and we can get to this one too. And so with that on both sides, that should make the Enterprise considerably more maneuverable. At least that's what I'm hoping. I guess we'll have to wait and see then. But they will go ahead and take care of that. And that puts us up to a recommended 233, and we only have 166. So we're down by about 100 and... No, not 100. We're down by about 66, I guess. Give or take. So, not really helping things there. Now, as for the Excelsior, that one's a bit harder. Because the Excelsior has all this extra armor on there, and if I start putting thrusters in here, it's going to compromise all that armor. But it does kinda need it. The alternative, however, would be to put thrusters in here. And where could I fit them in? Back here actually seems like the best idea. What if... And I'm just spitballing here. What if we took this entire section back here and we just slide it down a little bit? We can go ahead and add that in there, and then we can take some standard thrusters and slide them right in there. And technically speaking, we could probably even do it with these. Actually, we could do that. That would work well. Let's do that again. Let's go one more. We'll slide that down like that. We'll do that. Oh, that's a bit of a problem, actually. Okay, now we're overlapping with the actual nacelle, so that's not going to work. Okay, but you know what we can do? We can add the standard thruster in there. There we go. I'll just put that there. And now we've got some additional thrust on the back end of the engineering section. So each one of these standard thrusters gives... Let's see, thrust is 1200 kilonewtons. So that means that we've got 24 pointing to either side. And this one is 3200 on its own. So not as much as we could have, but it's as much as we can fit. And everything back here is still workable. Very workable. Very nice, in fact. In fact, I do think that we could maybe even add some extra defense. Because these can be walked through. So if we do that, and we just fill the entire back of it with point defense, and then just add in all the doors. Now it's very well defended. And it's got extra thrust, so I think we're good. This, however, has changed our suggested crew to 191. We only have 144. It doesn't really matter as much back here because there's two residents, or two... What are these called? What do you call these? Yeah, there's 2 bunks, so there's 4 people back here to handle all of this. Is it too much for them? Probably. Probably. But we'll have to make it work. And they will make it work. See? Look at them make it work. All I gotta do is get everything turned on, and then just kind of keep it topped off. Should be pretty easy, actually. Unless, of course, they run that reactor out of power. But it seems like it's keeping up okay. And there we go. Everything's online back there. Okay. So now that those upgrades have been made, it's time for us to get to work. Now, the thing I'm going to do today is I think we're going to go hopping from relay to relay. And we'll circle around like that. And we will test how well this actually works. And there's a lot of relays here. So we're not going to grab the signals that we've already discovered, even though we need to have 14, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 uncovered so far. That would be a really nice start, but no, we're going to do this the hard way. We're going to put in the extra effort, and we're going to do this as a survey, and then, after we get done with this, we'll start checking off the ones that we can see. Maybe. Actually, maybe we won't, because we always have to end this the same way. That is, we go between each one of these and we just divide these, or use these to divide the system into sectors. And we just comb these sectors one at a time, usually. So if we don't find it, if we don't find them all just by going relay to relay, then we'll go ahead and start a sector search. And they seem to be doing pretty well for the moment. Okay. We're here. Alright, there we go. So, those have been, or the waypoint's been cleared out. Now we're on to the next one. Did we find anything interesting? No, not on this one. Didn't expect to. Here's where we're going to get to the interesting stuff, because we're going to be passing by a signal there. Of course, we've already been over in this area. This is where we finished up last time. That's why there's not really a whole lot to go through. We will be passing through this pirate territory again. May as well call it the neutral zone with how much we keep going back and forth through it. Fortunately for us, no Romulans this time. Yet. Three targets. Well, as long as they didn't leave us alone, because I do believe they left us alone last time. So I won't call them targets. I will just say there's 3 signals out there. However, I don't think they're going to leave us alone this time. What do we got? A Tier 1 bite. A Tier 1 spotter. I don't recommend this. A Tier 8 buscador. Okay, that we actually have to take care of. Alright, you know your positions. Get into them. Okay, and I see tractor beams in use. Let's not do that. The Enterprise is still struggling to get into position, but I don't know what they're actually doing. Slow things down a little. However, the Excelsior is in position and is absolutely tearing them apart. The Excelsior is a monster. Core breach. The Buscador has been disabled. Which leaves 2 Tier 1 Luxes left. You know what? We don't have to deal with this. I'm not gonna stay and fight. But you guys kept pressing the fight anyway. Alright, did we suffer any damage at all? No, we did not. I think the additional thrusters are really helping the Excelsior. As far as the Enterprise, it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. I'm not sure what to do with the Enterprise to help it out, really. I think it just kind of needs more forward thrust. It's already got 6 impulse engines facing backward, though. And I'm just not sure how much more I want to put on that. Alright. So we're on our way to the next relay, and apparently we're in pirate territory here as well. Unless it's big, I don't see a need for us to really go through and stop. Tier 3 Paladin, Tier 8 Avalanche. Okay, we have to stop here. I didn't want to have to, but we're going to have to. Oh! It has a lot of lasers. Okay. We're going to try and disable its power core. The Enterprise, however, is tanking. However, it's also taking shots because something... Or no, wait. This is the Excelsior. The Enterprise is there and getting in the way. Okay, Excelsior. I'm going to take you off the main target. You need to handle this. And then you can come back to help. Alright, the Paladin class is disabled. And the other ship is destroyed. So that just gives us 2 Tier 3s to handle. Let's show them the error of their ways. That is a lot of torpedoes. That is an awful lot of torpedoes. Wow. Okay, Excelsior, how bad's the damage? Pretty bad. Could be worse, though. No casualties this time. Did anyone else get damaged? No? Alright then. To the next beacon. Or the next relay. Well, the new thrusters do not seem to be hurting anything. I can't say they're helping a whole lot, but they're definitely not hurting. The Excelsior wasn't having that much of a problem before. It was mostly the Enterprise. And the Enterprise is still kind of having a hard time. I think it's just because the Enterprise is too massive. And wow, that's a lot of signals. Willing to bet that's going to be one of our pirate bases. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm still a little gun-shy after the last sector. But we will look into it. Okay, we're almost there. In fact, we just saw it. What do we have here? Tier 2, 2, 2, 2, and 8. Alright, well, we gotta handle the 8. What is it? It is a Phalanx 3 Heavy Escort. That's a new one, I think. Well, no, it can't be a new one. I just don't remember it. But it's got heavy cannons forward. It's got heavy lasers, port and starboard, as well as disruptors. And it's got point defense on the side. We can handle this, though. This ship is not that tough. The problem, of course, is going to be maneuvering. And collision. Well, the Enterprise definitely has the more thrust. And the more mass, because it's just pushing the Excelsior. The Enterprise is actually a little bit big, honestly. I wonder if perhaps we should go through and possibly redo the Enterprise to bring it more in line with the other ships that we've made. Because there is kind of a lot of empty space inside the Enterprise. And would you two get off of each other? You know what? Doesn't matter now. You spent the entire time just glued to each other. Inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. Alright, damage report. Minor damage there. Minor damage there. There. And that was it. Scratch the paint. And that was it. That was the full extent of all the damage. Alright, moving on then. So that puts us up to 32 signals. Not exactly great progress yet, but, you know, there's one. And we tagged it. It is a Tritanium asteroid. We'll go ahead and mark that. That makes 33. And even if we're not stopping at them now, I mean, the fact that we are uncovering them is enough. Oh! That is a fanged fighter. Really? And you just crashed right into the Enterprise. And you paid the price for it. That, however, is a Tier 8 avalanche. Okay, we have to deal with this. Oh! And it is also crashed into us. Hold on. Let's go ahead and target you. Right? This is target? Yeah, target tractor beam. Oh! Wow! Right up the exhaust port. That is also a Tier 8 avalanche. Alright, so go ahead and move in. Now see, the tractor beams can stop them from moving, but it can't stop them from maneuvering. They can still turn in place. And that avalanche is disabled. Cockpit's gone, and they're fleeing the ship. Why are they fleeing the ship? I don't know, but they are. Okay then. Damage. The Enterprise has some damage. But it's pretty minor. Okay. There's still something left that I missed. Oh, a thruster. That's what I missed. Okay, well, that's now safer. So let's continue on. We still need 10 more signals before we can call it done. Okay. Nothing else there. However, they got all hooked up on the actual relay. Really? What the hell are you doing? Try firing the other thrusters. Like this. Try firing the other thrusters. Like that. Honestly. Alright, here we go. We found more pirate territory. However, I was going to say, I'm not seeing anybody here. Are they seeing us? I think they saw us. What do we have? A Tier 9 Judicial and a Tier 9 Sky Piercer. Alright. We're going to have to deal with this. One at a time. So this thing has lots of... This is a brand new ship, actually. With lots of chain guns. Kind of an awful lot of chain guns. What is that doing to our shields? Punching right through them, actually. Can we not allow that? Please? I think they ran out of ammo. Yeah, chain guns run out of ammo real fast. However, the damage they do... was not to here. It must have been the Excelsior. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it must have been the Excelsior they got the shields on, but... yeah, they can put a lot of fire downrange, but if you can't keep the ammo up... Still, it's a lot of forward armor, it's a lot of interior shields. And that Sky Piercer is still pelting us with railgun fire. But it's honestly not affecting us that much. Alright, the Judicial is down, which means we turn our attention to that Sky Piercer. And that is a kiting ship. Alright, if you can get close enough to it, lock tractor beams. But it's going to be tough to get close enough to it. Especially if you don't bother trying. In fact, Club, go chase him down. This is kind of what you're here for. You are the fastest ship we have. Go catch him. A single railgun is not a threat to us. Alright, you guys need to follow. Just engage when you can. The Club, however, is closing in. There we go. Got it. Okay. The Club has it. Okay, but the other ships can't get in. Alright, time to pull it in. Reel it in like a fish. Pull. Okay. Time to pull them in. Lock the tractor beam on that thing. And pull. Pull, 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 pull. Yes! That is teamwork. And that ship is disabled. Good job. We'll have to remember that strategy. That worked well. Alright, damage report. Not bad. Despite the fact that the shields did actually go down over there, not a lot of damage. For the Enterprise, nothing. For the Club, nothing. That was very well executed. I'm proud of you guys for that one, actually. Alright, almost to the next relay. Alright, there's not really anything there. We should uncover something on this next leg. Alright, I'm going to change the direction there. Medium crystal asteroid, which reminds me, actually, speaking of crystals, how are we doing on ammunition? Still got lots of antimatter on the Enterprise. On the Excelsior, lots of antimatter, so we should have lots of torpedo parts. And on the Club, I don't see any antimatter, but the magazines look full. And so I think we're pretty good there. And we found more pirate territory with a tier 12 nutcracker. Oh my. There are 0 thrusters on the front of this thing. It is an absolute rammer. Do not let it. Tractor beams. Target. Why are tractor beams not targeting? No, wait, they are targeting. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deck cannons and 3 forward lasers, all of which are heavily shielded or armored. Oh wait, no, it's got one back here. 6 deck cannons. Fortunately, now that we have point defense, the cannons are not as much of a threat. And it has no defenses from the rear. Being outnumbered as it is, it honestly does not stand a chance. I wonder, is this what they would call a wolf pack? This feels like a wolf pack. And then the Club ran straight into it. Why? Get off! Okay, the Club is now seriously damaged because of moronic flying. Club, disengage. Get the hell out. Or wait, no, it's not. Oh, you're still set to... Ooh, that's my bad, actually. No, 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 go. Forget the tractor beam. Go. Enterprise. You still have a tractor beam lock, right? No. You have thrusters. Use them. Correction, you had thrusters. The club is gone. Alright. All tractor beams on, all tractor beams push. It doesn't matter now. There goes the club. There goes the club. Would you kill this thing? I want this thing dead. I want it dead. If you two hadn't been screwing around, the club could have been saved. Get into damn position already. Alright, it just raked the starboard nacelle on the Enterprise. Excelsior, what the hell are you doing? Oh, and now there's a Tier 12 Haymaker coming in. We're in trouble. We're in an awful lot of trouble. Okay. We just had full penetration on the back here. You're gonna take on the Haymaker. It's another ramming ship. The Enterprise is getting outmaneuvered. Okay, core breach. The Nutcracker is gone. Target the core. Get after that Haymaker. Excelsior, do the same. Target the core. All defensive screens, keep firing. Portside shields are down. It's not working. There's too much getting through. Active defenses can't do it. Where the hell is the Enterprise? You know what? Reset your attack defaults. Would you just get in there? Get in there and do something. Just point the ship straight at the other ship, get in there, and actually do something. Okay, the Haymaker has been destroyed. And all it cost us was an entire ship. There are still some people left over here. Maybe we can rebuild it. Alright, I'm putting in a call for the freighter. Most of the crew are dead, though. We need an airlock back here. You know where we can put one, actually? Airlock. Right there. There we go. There's now aft airlocks. I don't know why we never had them before. At least the warp core didn't go up. I thought it was going to. When they blew through the middle of the ship, I forgot how far back the warp core was set. What about damage on the rest of them? The Excelsior? Lost in a cell. Yeah, 2 heavy ramming ships at once. Alright, that takes care of your damage. Enterprise, I know you got hit. But where? Ah, over here. Alright, so you didn't pick up any of the extra crew. I don't know what your crew was before. Only problem is, the club had several officers on it. Did any of them survive? Weirin survived. Amazingly, but you know what? I'll take it. Weirin survived. Well, there is a lot of scrap around here, so we may be able to repair something. The signal there. I wonder if that could also be a pirate base. I don't know. Either way, though, the club has lost too many crew that it's not going to be able to function. Alright, let's see what we can repair. First off, we have to get the bridge. Alright, that gets the bridge online. No, not quite. Now we can access the bridge. So some people should head up there, right? Maybe? No, I think they're too busy back here. Okay, well, let's then just start. We'll start here. And we'll just sweep side to side and rebuild what we can. Next up. And just one layer at a time, kind of like a printer. Just like a printer, actually. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Actually, maybe too far. I'm going too fast now. Alright, maneuvering thrusters are back in place. Are we actually going to be able to restore this? Yeah. The club is, structurally at least, completely restored. But it needs a crew. How many crew do you have? Only 88. That's not gonna fly. Let me go see if we can bring some crew back. I'm going to send the Excelsior out to see if there's any crew that we can get at all. I was thinking about sending the freighter, but I want the freighter to start salvage operations because how much did we just use? A lot of coils, actually, but not as much as I thought that we would. Let's go ahead and start salvage operations, because there's a lot of it out here. There's an awful lot of it out here. We'll speed things up while we do that, and watch them pick everything clean. Yes, I'm aware that there is something over there. We will get to it eventually. We're just a little hung up at the moment. Alright, are we still bringing stuff back? Oh, and let's see. So that's all weapons. All weapons, I think, can be turned off right now. The antimatter factory, I think that's supposed to be set to 2, actually. Because it can stay off. Alright, and yeah, 1 is all of our different factories. So we'll turn all the factories on, and we'll let them get to work on that. In the meantime, you're back here at the station. Can we get any more crew at all? We can, actually. Actually, we can get all the crew you have. And there's still more. Okay, then. Then that's what we're going to do. Come and ferry some of the crew over here. I didn't know there'd be more crew over there. I didn't think there would be. Alright, so what are we looking at here? It looks like we're running low on gold. We're running low on a lot of things. We need iron, copper, carbon, titanium. Well, we found a titanium asteroid. And gold. Alright. Well, if that's the case, oh, good, you're back. I want to transfer crew and resources to the club. I'm going to send 50 people over. And then we'll have to restock on crew. Alright, and that seems to have gotten the club back online. At exactly 50% capacity, which is not great, but it's workable for now. 50 is what I would basically call a skeleton crew. We're all going to head back now to this station. Mostly we're just kind of escorting the freighter, but I want to see if we can stock up on more crew. And yes, you're going to ding, I know. Where's the ding? No ding? Okay then. That's weird. And here I was ready for it. A little bit of trouble in the asteroid belt. Saw titanium in there though. Alright, club. Contact the station. And we're going to take on as much crew as we can. 67 of them. And so that should make you pretty well fully stocked. The one thing that you don't have at the moment, however, is torpedoes. And we can fix that here too. There we go. We will just buy up their entire stock of crystals. We'll start converting that to antimatter. We'll start converting that into torpedoes. And can you stop? Look, you just go there, alright? Just stop it. Stop it. Alright, we're still making antimatter. But it looks like we're full up on torpedoes now. How about the rest of you, actually? Excelsior? I mean, since we're here... You're going to get the lion's share of the crystals. Just because you convert so many of them. However, you actually are really good on antimatter right now, so let's put a pause on that. Alright then, are you ready to get back out there? Time to go. Oh, what the hell is your problem now? Just take the ship out of neutral, put it in drive. And that was a ship graveyard. Somebody else must have come through and cleaned it up. Oh well, wasn't our job to do it. And so that puts us up to 37 out of 44. We still have 7 more to go. Alright, cancel that, because we're not actually leaving. We're going to the next one. And we are going to come across at least one signal on our way across here. But you know what? That's fine. We'll come across another one when we come full circle as well. Oh! 2 of them, actually. What is that? That is another Tritanium asteroid. That's a good mark. Another pirate area. I'm a little gun-shy about going into another fight right now, but we'll see. Alright, what is it? A Tier 11 Cantaloupe. This is not new. Alright, time to move in. Enterprise, I am not resetting your defaults. You just need to go in there and do it. No fancy maneuvers, just get in there. Everybody else can try to outmaneuver them. That worked, actually. Maybe having the Enterprise as just a juggernaut is a good idea. The Enterprise can fly straight in like that, get their attention while the others flank around. That solves the maneuverability issue with the Enterprise, gets it, or makes sure that it's always in range. And look at this! Pirate territory controlling this relay. Alright, well, for the benefit of everybody, you're getting taken out. What is it? A Tier 11 Gavel. Missile boat. Look at the thruster configuration in it. Very interesting. However, it looks like missiles is all it's got, and it's already lost 2/3 of them. Alright. I'm turning the tractor beams off. Alright, it has no defenses left. As far as I'm concerned, we can leave now. Yeah, let's just go. It has no defenses. And if it insists on chasing us, I mean, I can't help that then. But we don't need to stay here for this. Oh, never mind. I think the cockpit just went up. Engine room, or maybe the reactor went up. I'm not sure. Well, I guess we'll not find out now. It's not really that important. Alright, well, that relay is safe at least. We did our duty. More pirates. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but I kinda am. Did we take any damage in that last fight? No, we did not. Are you two gonna bother us? I guess not. Hey, that works for me. They're not gonna bother us. We're up to 41 out of 44 signals needed. And that makes 42. It's a trade base. Nice. That does take us, however, full circle. And so, as we approach that one, now we know that there's nothing left on this ring. So, we just need to grab a couple of more. So, since we're already in this sector, actually, let's go ahead and map out this sector, and then we'll fill in the gaps. So like right there, and then we'll come all the way out. And we're just going to kind of slice this pie. Because I know there's one signal in here already. If we can find one more over here, we'll be good. And there's always weird little signals that are far out beyond the relay ring. Because the relays are always a set distance from the star. At least I think they are. They seem to be. So when you look at the system, you've got your asteroid belt, which is all, one big fixed distance. You've got your ring of relays, that's a fixed distance, and so you can break the entire thing down into sectors. And that's kind of what I've been relying on so far. Not seeing a whole lot else here, though. So if that's the case, if there's nothing in this sector, then we may grab this signal, we'll maybe tag that one, and then we'll call it a day. Maybe head back to another one of these stations and see if there's any additional crew. Actually, I don't have to do that. We can contact the crew right now. Any additional crew? No. No, there is not. That's a shame. No, wait, hold on. There's an extra large uranium asteroid. I don't know if that's something we need right now, but we'll tag it. And we will turn the ships. We'll come and clear out the fog of war here. Or just the fog. I mean, we're not really at war. And we didn't quite get close enough to reveal that, so we will clear out the fog, turn around, come back, and that'll be good. All in all, could have been a worse day. We didn't lose the club entirely, although that's not much of a consolation. We lost like 90% of the ship and 95% of the crew. But Weirin survived, so not a total loss, I guess, and we were able to rebuild it. And what do we got here? That is another Tritanium asteroid. Got it marked. Alright, time to head home. Or at least head back to A base. So, with that, we now have 75 or 76% done. We can go ahead and contact this station to turn that in. So, explore at a new launch, 76%. Done. And speaking of things that are done, that's a bounty, that's a bounty, that's a bounty, that's a bounty. And we'll get paid for all of those. And then, you know, we can always just turn around and buy more stuff. Why not? Just buy all the things. That's one way to do it. Alright, the extra maneuverability helps a little bit. At least on the ships where it kind of really wasn't that bad to begin with. The Enterprise is still an absolute rock. It doesn't move. But maybe we just got to lean into that. So instead of trying to make the Enterprise more maneuverable, we'll work with what it already does, and that is plow straight into things and handle it. And let the rest of them, you know what, just park around the asteroid. Don't get into the asteroid field. That's better. Yeah, so we'll let the Enterprise just kind of charge in, you know, as it tends to do. And we'll let the other ones flank now and help take care of things that way. And we'll see if that makes a difference in combat. Because if we can just keep all of our ships engaged in combat, then we should be a lot safer, I think. We'll have to wait and see. But that's all I'm going to do for today. When we get back here next time, we will finish up this system, getting to 100%. And after we get to 100%, I do believe that we are heading to the Omega Lenesker system, which will actually be a bit of a break for us. We'll be going from a 10 to 12 area down to an 8 to 10. So, yeah, we should be more than capable of handling that. And then afterwards, we'll probably go to the Katonko system, which will be another increase in strength. And that's still only a little over halfway. Some of these go up to tier 18. I think 18 is the highest I see. Yeah, it's the highest I see. So, harder days ahead. But we'll also have a break in there somewhere too. Maybe a good time for some shore leave. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if you want to be here for that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon. That way you get notified whenever these videos come out. If you know somebody else who also enjoys Star Trek or Cosmoteer, which just turned 1 year old, by the way. 1 year anniversary for Cosmoteer. Still a really young game. Still in development. Still very good. Then share this video with them. Otherwise, though, if you just like me, or you have some suggestions that you would like to see in the game, then leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time for more Star Trek Cosmoteer. And until then, take care.